What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today on this Saturday? If y'all will, as y'all are coming into the room, can you please tap the screen? Can you please tap the screen? Can y'all please tap the screen? My goal is for this live, if you can, if we can get to 50,000 likes. How about that? Let's get to 50,000 likes nonstop. Let's continue to tap. And plus, that helps the algorithm out and brings people into the room. And I always tell people if you have any questions, put them in the chats. So, my name is Eric, and I'm here in the Texas market, and I do real estate. All right. You hear a lot of people on this platform and others talking about real estate investing. I love talking about it, helping people to get to financial freedom. So again, guys, if this is what you want to know, because I've been doing it for so long and I know it, um, always put your questions in the chats. I'll be more than welcome to answer them. But I kind of got forced into real estate in a sense because years ago I got laid off from corporate America, and I'll just never forget it. To me, it's like it happened yesterday, and I just never forget. They just pulled the rug out from under me. There was nothing I can do. I didn't do anything wrong. They just told me I didn't fit into their business model. So I got laid off, and I had to figure out a way to make income, and I did it through real estate. So I enjoy the passive income. I love getting the write-offs. I don't mind being a landlord because I, I I don't have a property manager. I self-manage, but I tell people it's because of the systems I have in place. Okay, it's the systems that I have in place. So even when I was working for corporate America, I was still able to do this. And I teach people how to do this. So it's not hard. I don't want you to think it's so difficult because it's not. It is a learning curve. I'll give you an example. Like when you first started off on TikTok, nobody knew how to work TikTok. But over time, you learn so much. You layered one technique on top of the other. You learn this, you learn that. That's just the way it is with real estate or anything that you learn. Um, it's just that people don't want to take the time out to learn stuff. It's sad but true. And sometimes people are lazy. My thing was I wasn't lazy. I was just had that fear factor, like most of us have the fear factor. So, and really, fear is just an acronym for false evidence appearing real. Sometimes we get on our own heads, and that's what stops us from moving ahead. So, anyway, some things I want to talk about, or what do y'all want to know about real estate investing? And if you will, guys, again, let's get to 50,000 likes. I can only do it through you guys. I can't do it by myself, but it helps the algorithm, brings people into the room because people want to know how to do real estate, and they know that I'm one of those guys that can teach people, and I do all the time about real estate and financial freedom. Okay, and I tell people also when it comes to this real estate game, don't think that you have to go to college for this. They're not going to teach you this in college anyway, but it's not like you have to go to some Ivy League college. They're not going to teach it. It's not well known, and it is what it is. So anyway, enough of that. Let's see here. Anybody have any questions about real estate? Where are y'all from? Where's everybody from? I'm curious. We only got 13 people in here. I'm sure somebody can answer it. It shouldn't take 10 minutes to answer it, but um, I'm just going to look up. Well, let me see. I'm just trying to think of which way we should go here. Minnesota. All right, awesome. Somebody's from Minnesota. Real estate works everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. It works everywhere. So it's not like it only works in certain states. It works everywhere. Okay. I'm here in the Texas market now. I will say this is that when it comes to real estate, some parts are better than others because it's cheaper. Like down south, anywhere down south, you're going to be winning because the prices are cheaper. Like Texas, Atlanta, Mississippi, down here, down south, is just going to be a lot cheaper. Because I'll admit, like California and New York, those are pretty pricey, right? And your profit margin is going to be small, if anything at all. So I know if I was living in California or somewhere else where it was expensive, what I would be doing is I would definitely be trying to, do somewhere else. You can always invest in different locations. You're not, limited to one location. All right. All right. Does anybody have any questions about real estate investing? Man, I got a tiny crowd today, man. I'm surprised, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm just gonna let's see. We'll try to see which way to go to here. What questions do y'all have? I've been doing real estate since the early 2000s, and my main thing is what I do is when I do real estate investing and I do the buy and hold strategy. I'm always me personally. I like to rent out to Section 8. Section 8 to me is the best. I like it because I get guaranteed income every single month. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to pick a city and state because I want you to know too that every city has a Section 8. Okay, every city and state. It doesn't matter which one you try to throw at me. Every one of them has one. Some has more than others. Let's see here. I'm going to do Dallas, Texas. And you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like it doesn't matter where you're at. Everywhere has a housing authority. Watch this. Well, it looks like I'm going to be very short of my 50,000 likes today as I give out free gaming information. That's okay. I will keep this live short. I don't want to, I don't want to bother people or waste anybody's time today. Certainly, I will go to a different platform. How you doing, Joy? How you doing? Oh, you're a wholesaler. Awesome. So I'm just giving an example. Here's what I like to do. When I rent my properties out, I like to go right here. And this is an example of people on Section 8. I don't do wholesaling. I don't do fix and flip. I'm not going to say they're bad. I'm just going to say when it comes to real estate, your biggest wealth builder is by holding on to the property. It's the millionaires are made through real estate when they hold on to it. It's not wholesaling. It's not being a realtor, and it's not fix and flip. I'm just telling you what the statistics say. And plus, when you have such quick turnover, you're not gaining anything. All right. So just something that I learned over time. I did do fix and flip, but I didn't like it because it was just another job. So you buy the property, you get it fixed up. Once you fix it up, you got to wait until it's sold. And then when you sell it, you got to pay capital gains tax, and then you got to pay the broker. See, they don't tell you that part. So whatever's left over, if anything, that's what you get. How about set it up one time, okay? Set this up one time, rent it out to Section 8, and get paid every single month. And then all you got to do is layer on top of that, and then layer on top of that. And then all it is just rinse and repeat. And that's what I figured out, and that's what I did earlier on. And that's why I was able to do this and become successful. And now I'm able to teach others on how to do this too. So, so for those that are wholesalers, awesome, that's good. But I can't teach you anything about wholesaling, even though I buy from wholesalers, but I only do the buy and hold strategy. All right. Does anybody have any questions about real estate? Yeah, no problem. Joy says, thanks for having me here. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I buy and hold. I've been very successful with that, and I love showing people how to do this. Who's new to my live besides Joy? Anybody else besides Joy? Who's new to my live? Man, we should be answering this in like 6 seconds. 15 people in the room. I'm located in Texas. That's where I'm located. 617 Styles is new. All right, awesome. Let me show y'all something. I'm going to show you one of my properties. And I'm not doing this to flex. Me too. I'm not doing this to flex. I'm showing you that this is a process that you can do. You don't have to have a license. You don't need a degree. And it doesn't take like years of college because colleges are not going to teach you this. Do you want to see one of my properties? Tap your screen. When we get to 10,000 likes, I'll show it to you. How about that? I think that's a fair trade-off, right? And then I'll tell you about the loan that I got. I'll show you some before pictures, some after pictures, how much I paid for it, how I did my rehab, all that stuff. I'm giving you all the game. And all you got to do is tap, get me to 10,000 likes, and I'll teach. No problem. I come out here and teach every day anyway. So that's a little bit about me. I used to work at I used to work at a plant years ago, And like I said, I got tired of it. I got tired of exchanging time for wages. My kids were getting older, and I was like, man, I got to find something to get me out of this corporate America grind. I have to do something to get me out of this corporate America grind. And finally, I figured it out through real estate. So it's been working for me. And like I said, I am so glad that I was able to transition and do real estate. Now, Eric is not even at 10,000 likes, but man, I'm still showing y'all game. How much love can that be? I really should be at 50,000 likes already because I'm about to drop you some more information. Now, I'm going to show you this property. I'm not doing this to flex. It's just to teach you. It's simply to teach. Thank you so much, Joy. Joy says, I'm glad I came across your page. Thank you, Joy. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to show you this property. I bought it in 2019. Like I said, I like to buy properties, and I like to buy distressed properties that need rehab. Those are the best ones. And then I turn around, get them rehab, and rent it out. Watch this. Now, if you've been to my lives before, you've seen this property. This is for the new people, okay? Now, I want to make something clear. When I bought this house, okay, I don't pay cash. I leverage by using other people's money. And I was working for corporate America and have other houses, okay? So let's go through this. Let me show you this house. This house was brought to me through my wholesaler, actually. Like I said, I deal with wholesalers. But keep tapping the screen because I'm about to give you so much information. It's unbelievable. But all you got to do is just tap the screen. I'm helping y'all. Y'all help me out. Unless you want to go back to your cubicle. At least, you're getting some game. I'm trying to give you some knowledge. So this house, it needed a whole lot of work, as you could tell. There was actually a tenant in here. So the landlord owner wanted to sell the property. Thank you. I know who's giving me the likes. I see that, and I appreciate the support. I like it when people show support like that, man, because that's very helpful for us as content creators. No money, just support. That's all I ask. So when I saw this house, I already knew I bought it at a good deal. And I'll talk about that a little bit. But this house was distressed, and I got it for two reasons. It was in it needed rehab, plus the seller was motivated because he was a tired landlord. Perfect combination. Now, when I did this, when I bought this home, you could see it was in like horrible shape, and I knew that. Okay, so I bought this at a discounted price simply because it was in bad shape. Look at this. I'm going to go through here real quick, show y'all some before pictures, then I'll show you the afters. Now, remember, like I said, guys, I was working for corporate America. So I used to work at a plant, and I worked 12-hour shifts, days and nights, nights and days. What am I saying with all that? You can never be too busy to do something like this. I'm telling you, you can do it. Okay? Now, watch this. Hold on. Let me show you some more pictures real quick. Who's liking this so far? Raise your hand and give me a thumbs up. I'm curious. I don't want to just spin my wheels here. I'm big on time. Matter of fact, I'm about to go behind those double doors, and I got to go to another social media platform. I don't think y'all are liking this, man. So I am known to bounce. I come on here every day, but I am known to bounce. And I will do it tonight. Trust me. My family is waiting on the other side. I've gone up in the middle of a live. People are like, man, where did Eric go? I don't know. I don't see nobody liking this. I got to get out. What was I going to tell y'all? I'm out here being funny. Basically what I'm saying is that anybody can do this. It doesn't matter. You can never be too busy. That's what I was getting at. You can never be too busy. Now, when I got a loan for this, okay, I got what you call a hard money loan. That's the type of loan that I use. It takes care of the purchase price, closing costs, and the rehab costs, up to 75% of the after repaired value. So you saw that it needed work. Now, who's ready to see the after pictures? Wow, man, I don't think you're getting your 50,000 likes, Eric. Even though you're coming out here giving information, people won't even tap their screen to show support. Okay, I'm gonna put about another 5 minutes into this, and then I'm gonna say adios. I'm just playing. All right, let's get those taps up because those are very important. And what I'm gonna show you is the after pictures now. Oh, I'm going to give you some more gaming information. So this is the after pictures of one of my properties, of that same property that you just saw. Watch this. Look at this house now. Look how much different it looks. I'm going to show you as we walk through this. How's it going? And I'm telling you, this stuff works. Hey, how's it going, Baxter Reynolds? Yes, St. Thomas was awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. This is what it looked like afterwards. Now, like I said, guys, this is really for the new people that came to my live. I'm just showing you some before and after pictures, and I'm showing you that you can do this too. Again, you don't need a license for this. You don't need a degree. I'm just showing you that you are capable to do this. All right, you are capable to do this. Now, as I was working at the plants, don't think that I was coming over here painting and trying to put flooring in and do electrical work. That's not how you do this, okay? And then as it was going through rehab and I'm working for corporate America, it's my contractors that do this. And I had to learn the hard way. You got to build a team, okay? It's not that hard. You just got to take the time out to want to learn it, okay? Who thought that was nice, the house? Who thought that was nice? Give me a thumbs up, because what it comes down to is you do have to have a team, okay, to be able to do this, because I used to think that I could do this by myself. At least I didn't know any better, right? So I was doing it all wrong. And then I turned around and figured out how to do the right way, okay? Thank you very much, Baxter's Rentals. Thank you very much. I did not know that I was doing it the wrong way. And because I want to tell you something about real estate. Guys, keep this in mind. I don't know the percentage. I hear it's 80-20. A lot of this is not even about the sheetrock, the plumbing, and the electrical work. It really isn't. I'm going to tell you, that's really the easiest part. The hardest part above that is getting past this. Most people won't even take action. And those that are try to, they become scared. So they fall back and they don't take action. So a lot of this stuff, I'm telling you, is the mindset. Okay? When you can get over your own hurdles, that's when you're going to become so successful beyond understanding, okay? So I just want to really make that clear. Yes, Baxter's Rentals is in the house. Yes, that's what I said, Tony. Y'all, everybody should check them out. Baxter's Rental, they're really good. They do real estate as well. Actually follow them. I follow them myself. Do we have any questions about real estate, guys? Any questions about real estate? Now, that was one of my properties right there. And then as I stated, what I do is I turn around and rent my properties out. I don't rent them out to anybody. I rent them out to low-income housing Section 8. And then this is what I was showing you. Like all of us as landlords, we put our properties on here. Okay, we put our properties on here for free. And then the tenants, they come on this website for free. And then guess what happens? In no time, your phone starts ringing. And then the next thing you know, you can get it rented out. So I'm just telling you what works for me. I also do what makes it a lot different than everybody else out there is I do traveling nurses and insurance companies too. But my main bread and butter, my main go-to is Section 8 because they haven't failed me yet, right? And ever since doing it since the early 2000s, even during the 2008 crash, the 2000 dot bubble, even during COVID, the government has always paid me. So that to me is like the best. It's a recession-proof business, and I don't care how you look at it. People have to have a place to live. It's just a reality of life. People don't have to have crypto. Okay, people don't have to have stocks. People don't have to have mutual funds and IRAs. But no matter how you look at it, people have to have shelter in order to live. So once I did I went backwards and started to see what business I wanted to get into, I figured out that was the best one. I tried a couple of other businesses. I tried to get into and thought about getting into a Subway. And then I saw that I needed an SBA loan. It was going to cost a lot of money. I had to have great credit. So I couldn't do that. And then the other thing a partner of mine was telling me about was Maaco, where you paint cars. And I didn't want to do that either. It was a lot of overhead. It's part of a franchise. I didn't want to give percentage of my profits. Whereas real estate, I'm not giving a percentage of my profits. It's all mine. And I have more control over it. Whereas when I'm in a partnership, I don't have control. So that's a little bit how I dissected why I got into real estate. All right, does anybody have any questions? Any questions about real estate? Man. Oh, well. All right. Well, I'll be on tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but I love coming on here talking about real estate and helping people get to financial freedom. Does this stuff work? Yeah, it works. Real estate ain't going nowhere. So, anyway, anything else? Which city and state are y'all from? Which city and state? Anybody? 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 All right, I'll pull up my own. I'm gonna pull up Atlanta, Georgia. Hotlanta, Georgia. I'm gonna show y'all there's deals. There are deals everywhere. Atlanta, GA. Let's see what type of properties are out here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm curious. To see. We'll go 50K to, let's say, 100K. Let's see. Let's see what's out here, because I love looking at real estate. I could do this literally all day long. Sometimes I do that. I spend all day just kicking around the house. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, man. I found some houses. Some look good, some don't look so good. Let's take a look at this one right here. I'm going to flip my screen around and show y'all what I'm talking about. I want to see if this is a good deal or not. I don't even know. Let's see. Let me take a look at the pictures. Let's take a look. Of course, I wouldn't just buy sight unseen. But looking at it so far, just right now, these 3 pictures, I kind of like it. What do y'all think? Give me a thumbs up if you think this will make a good rental. Just looking at the pictures, though. Doesn't need a whole lot of work. I like that. It's got appliances. Countertops look good. I would replace the floor. At least in the carpet, wherever the carpet is. Yeah, I would. But you know what? You could take this house, turn around, put minimal cost in there. You don't pay cash for it, okay? And you turn around, rent this thing out, you'll get cash flow, and you'll get guaranteed income coming through because you're dealing with the government, dealing with Section 8. All right, look at that. Yeah, I think I would deal with that house. Yep. Definitely would replace that carpet, though. I would definitely replace that carpet. I've had houses like this. Now, see, me personally, I don't like dealing with decks like that. I mean, it's not in bad shape. I mean, actually, you would have to have that because the door is so high up here, so you have to have it. But if the door was down here, I don't know. It just depends if it was in a good shape. I would keep it or not. But anyway, to me, the house looks pretty good. And then we'll look at the numbers in just a second. So I like that. Looks like it might be a pretty good home. Who wants me to do a deep dive on it? Anybody? Anybody want me to do a deep dive? Man, I'm far from that 50,000 likes. I guess I ain't getting the 50,000 likes this tonight. Y'all are like, nope, Eric, we're not giving you 50,000 likes. Even though you're giving us all the information, you take your time. We're not going to give you 50,000 likes. Okay, that's all good. It is all good. It's all good. I was going to see some more detail on this property because I want to know more about it. I'm just curious. Let me take a look at it. But for some reason, I can't pull it up. Oh, I can't look that one up. No data on it, huh? Okay, let's go to another one then. Winkfield, hold on, let me see. Huh. I was going to match it up with something on PropStream, but I can't look it up. It won't let me look it up. Let me look for another deal before I get out of here. I'm going to look up one more house. Oh, I found one already. Oh, that's just one picture. I don't like looking at deals when it's just one picture. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that. That has me kind of it's making me think something's wrong with it. Usually there's a tenant in there or something, or maybe the house is just like in really, really bad shape. Let me look for another one though. Let me look for another house. Do y'all want me to look for another house? Tap your screen if you want me to look for another one. As I'm out here on my free time right now. I decided to come out here and be like, man, let me teach y'all something if y'all want to learn it. But, I love, like I said, teaching y'all about financial freedom. I'm going to show you another house. This is, where am I at right now? I think this was Georgia. No, yeah, this is South Fulton, Georgia. I see a house here. But before I do that, I want to get to some and show y'all this, that it doesn't matter where you're at. This stuff works. That's what's so good about real estate. Man, I can't. There's nothing on this one either, huh? Strange. All right, let me get out of Georgia. Let me find somewhere else. Let me think of another city and state I can look up. Let me think of another city and state. All right. Let me think of another city and state that I can look up. I'm not going to do Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to look up another one. City and state. City and state. Let's see. Let's try San Antonio. San Antonio, Texas. Let's try that. All right. Let's see what we can find in San Antonio, Texas. Man. And I'm going to look for some deals out here, and I'm telling you, they are the. And look, you don't have to cold call, by the way. I don't like cold calling, but if I have to, I will. But I don't like doing that. Actually, every single one of my deals, I never cold call. Believe it or not, I don't cold call. The strategies that I do, you don't need a cold call. You don't. You can, but I wouldn't. It's not I don't do that. Let me look for a house. Let me look for something. Oh, wait, I think y'all stopped tapping. We got to get them taps up. Can I get a little support as I'm taking the time out? Let's see here. As I do this, I think that's a fair trade-off. Let me come through here and look for something. Man, Eric, you are not going to get to that 50,000 likes. Let me see what I can find. And I don't mind a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage, by the way. I don't mind. I used to shy away from 1-car garages, but I'll buy a house with a one. As long as it cash flows and I'm getting equity, it doesn't bother me. Okay, here we go. I think I found something. I'm telling you exactly what I do to go out there and look at properties, man. I'm telling you, this stuff is not, it's not, people are really nervous about doing stuff like this. I don't mind doing it because I just got to a point to where I was tired of being broke. I was willing to learn something new to get me and my family ahead. I was willing to do whatever I could. Oh, I found something. I hope y'all are ready for this. I'm going to walk you through the process. Hold on. We got to get these up because I'm taking the time out to give y'all some game. Where most people will be gatekeeping, I'm actually giving you game, information, knowledge where you can go out there and actually use this. Somebody said teach us. Yes, I always do that. If you come to my lives, even with no likes, I still come out here and teach. Everybody else is gatekeeping. And I even showed you one of my houses because I'm showing you and I'm being totally transparent. Okay? But watch this. I'm going to show you this house. And this is how I look at a deal. Right here from my home. Okay? Watch this. Now, this platform and this software program, believe it or not, this is what's good about real estate. You can write stuff off. So anything that I have and yet you use towards real estate, it's a write-off. Just trying to teach you. Watch this. I'm going to flip my screen around. Now, this is just a simple realtor.com. I'm going to come through here and I want to see if this is a good deal or not. First, I do a bird's eye view, just see, okay, is it worth it or not? Do I like the layout? Does it need a lot of work? Let's take a look. Tap your screen if you like this, if this is bringing you value so far. Just tap your screen. I want to see if it's a light rehab, a heavy rehab, a medium rehab. Just looking at it right now, this would scare most people away. This is where opportunity is met right here. It needs rehab, okay? It needs rehab. Somebody gave me 2 likes. Okay, all right. Anyway. But yeah, look at this. And you can tell, and it needs work, but that's okay. And what's good about it is, man, if I can get it at a below market value, man, you're winning. Yeah, you definitely need some paint in here. Now what I do is, okay, after I look at these pictures, I'm going to show you what I do next. Okay, look, it needs some updating. Okay, look, it needs some updating. Okay, but that's okay. Now what I do is I go to my favorite software program, and it's going to give me all the information I need. Watch. Take key to what I'm telling you, because I'm showing you stuff that's giving you value that you could actually use. I take the address and I put it right in here. Whew. Eric, man, you're giving so much sauce out here. Wow, man. All right, let me finish, man. This is groundbreaking, man. This is some good stuff. So I take that address and I say, okay, look, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm looking at the square footage. It lets me know what year it was built. By the way, I'm in this software program. Okay, I'm in here. This is in my ebook. But look, I'm going straight to it. It's worth this right here. This is the estimated value. Okay, just estimated value, $186,000. That's the ARV, after repaired value, however you want to look at it. Estimated value, whatever. All right, 186. Now I want to go back to something. Okay, that house needed rehab. The house needed rehab. I want to go back to something. Look at the price here. You tell me what the price is. You can see it right here. Whoops. Hold on. The price is right here. There's the price. $125. I know what people are going to say. It's pending. I got that. I'm showing you as an example how the process works. I understand it's pending. It may need, let's just say, because we don't know, let's just say you needed $30,000 worth of rehab. So that puts you at $155. So after that, maybe another $5,000 for closing costs. Say after it's all in, you're at $160. If you have to pay $160, but it's worth $185, is that a deal? Yes or no? I'm just asking. If you're in for $160 all in, but it's worth $185, is that a deal? Yes or no? Fly Girl understands. Okay, who else? Sue M's understands. My point is, I'm buying it less than what it's worth. Yeah, this is just what I do, and it's not that. I'm not going to say it's not hard. I don't want to say that. As long as you're given the right steps, it can be done. Now, for me, it's just rinse and repeat. This is how you get cash flow. This is how you build wealth, and this is how you're able to get out of the matrix and get out of corporate America. This is exactly what I did. Multiple times over and over and over again. And my rehabs, I keep them clean and simple. I don't get fancy with it. I don't try to put in the high expensive stuff in there. I keep it clean and functional. And that's exactly what you should do. And that's my model. And that's how I'm able to be successful. All right. That's exactly right. It's just rinse and repeat, guys. Right. I've seen people go out and buy expensive cars that they can't afford and get loans and make payments that they can't afford, as opposed to going out here and making money in real estate. Blows my mind. But nobody teaches us this. That's the problem. It's not taught in our education system. What's taught is being like the Joneses and getting the most updated stuff. It's taught through television and social media and listening to other people. That's where it's taught at. It might not be taught in the education system, but it's taught elsewhere. I'm just telling you what I've seen and what I've learned. And what I've learned is, you know what? I can go out and buy real estate. I don't need a license. I don't have to go to college for it. I don't need a degree. And I can support me and my family. Beautiful thing. Do you land bank properties? No, I do not. Do you buy land bank properties? Nope. I just buy properties that need rehab, or I'm dealing with distressed owners. And then I turn around, get them rehabbed and rent it out. That's exactly what I do. Rinse and repeat. It works for me. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. What works, works, and I keep making it happen. All right? Any questions about real estate, guys? Any questions about real estate? What is it that you want to know? Somebody said, what's a land bank property? I don't know what a land bank property is. It ain't buying them where they need rehab. That's all I know. And I'm not going to say it doesn't work, but you just got to I don't know how to say it. But anyway, what other questions y'all got about real estate? Now, I'm going to show you something here, because this is what I like about, personally, this is what I like about this site here, software program. because you got all the information right here. But I love looking at deals on here, okay? And these are MLS deals, pre-foreclosed deals, auction deals, bank owns, cash buyers, liens, vacant properties, and high equities. And I will be teaching you way more than this in my next challenge that I got coming up. But yeah, that's what I love teaching. Any other questions about real estate? Yeah, I can't tell you about how would you finance that property. There's several different ways. You could do hard money loan. You could do seller financing, private lending. There's so many different ways. You can get a HELOC, cash out refi on another property. My main go-to is hard money loans. That's what I love doing. I love getting hard money loans to go do my deals. Okay, that's just me personally. Let's see. I need to buy my first home. Can you help? Yeah, I do. Well, let me. When I talk about buying properties, guys, I'm talking about real estate investing. I'm not talking about as a first-time home buyer. Okay, so I want to make sure we got that clear. Is that how you do the rehab? I showed you one of my deals already. I showed how to do a rehab. I guess I could go over it again if that's what y'all want to see. But personally, I don't do my rehabs. I hire people to do it. Okay, I hire people to do my rehabs. And I was working at corporate America and still being able to buy these properties. Yes, you can. You don't need a degree or a license for this. All right. Any questions? Any other questions about real estate? What is it that y'all want to know about real estate? Properties owned by the yeah, you can go to the courthouse. Like I said, guys, I like using PropStream because PropStream breaks it down even better because you can find out stuff. Let me look for another deal or show you what I'm talking about. This is why I like PropStream, because when you come on PropStream, again, I'll be teaching this pretty soon, but you get to find out what the appraised value is of the property. You can find out how much you could charge for rent after you get it rehabbed and ready to go. Then you got all these tabs that breaks it down even further, like property details of the property. You can find out and pull up comps. You have to find out what the comps are when you're doing your deals, because you got to compare apple to apples to find out the demographics, okay? You're going to find out stuff like how many owners are in the neighborhood, how many renters are in the neighborhood, how many people are employed, what type of employment they have, how much money they make. It gets into so much detail. Tax information. You got to have this information as a real estate investor. I want to know how much the taxes are each year. Me personally, people don't even realize it. You got to protest your taxes, okay? As a landlord owner, I always protest my taxes every single year, because the more I can protest it, the more my cash flow is. Things like that make a huge difference. When do you pay the loan back and how? It depends on what type of loan it is. You got a time frame, When do you pay a car back? It's whatever's on the contract, whatever you negotiate. Can you look for multi-units with PropStream? Yes, you can. When I say multi-units, I'm talking about duplex, tris, or quads, yeah. Do you protest rental taxes? Yes. Rental taxes? No, I protest property taxes. You don't protest rental taxes. I guess you're talking about the cash flow? Okay, could you further explain protesting your property tax? I hire somebody to do that, but to give you an idea of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about protesting taxes, I don't really mean to get it. I shouldn't have said that, but I don't want to jump off into a rabbit hole, but the point is this. When you protest your taxes, any type of damages that are done to your property because of a storm or whatever, you had an accident, take pictures of it. And what you're doing is you need to show why that value of that property needs to come down. And you need to show other properties in the area that is in that same area that is like for like your property, how they're higher in value and why yours shouldn't be high like the other ones. So when it's low like that, it's okay, because now they're going to drop the property taxes and that works in your advantage. I don't care if my property values go down. It doesn't matter to me because I'm not selling it. I'm holding on to it. And anyway, it's going to go up anyway because over time, because of something called appreciation. So people don't have that concept. They don't really understand that. But protest your taxes. It brings your property taxes down. Therefore, it increases your cash flow. Okay? Hopefully that helped you. Yeah, I don't protest my taxes. I used to, but I have too many properties of my own, so I don't have time to it. So I have to hire somebody. Do my property taxes get protested? Yes. You always should, because if you don't, they're going to continue climbing. You need to protest your taxes. And that's whether you have rental property or your own primary home. That's just my personal, well, it should be people don't talk about that much. But yeah, you should be protesting your taxes all the time. All right, so let's get off the property tax protests, because that's not, we're jumping down a rabbit hole. What is it that y'all want to know about real estate investing? I don't know. What do y'all want to know? You gotta let me know. Somebody was asking me a question up here. Could you further explain? Yeah, talked about protesting taxes. Somebody says, I got a few multi-units. Awesome. All right, awesome. Okay, let's see. What else can we talk about here? I'm kind of trying to figure out, have you bought anything in Louisiana? No. I have not bought anything, excuse me, in Louisiana. All right, let me look up another area. Well, I'm very short of my 50,000 likes. So anyway, everybody wants me to help them, but I'm far from that 50,000 likes. I find that funny all the time. Help, Eric, help. No, we won't help you, but can you help? I'm going to look up another area. I don't know what I'm going to look up. Let's see here. Let's see another area, because I'm telling you, real estate is everywhere. Everywhere. Watch this. MLS deals. This is in H-Town, pre-foreclosures, auctions, bank owns, cash buyers, liens, vacant properties, and high equities. Yep. They're everywhere. They are everywhere. I'm going to look up a deal. I found one. Just like that. For sale for $58,000. Does anybody want to see it? Let me know, because I don't want to waste any time. Anybody want to see this house that's for $58,000, but it's really worth $294,000. I think that's that's like a no-brainer right there. Okay, nobody saying anything? All right, no big deal. I'm about to come out here, and I got to go to my favorite social media platform pretty soon, because they're waiting on me over there. Where was this at? I'm going to show you something, because this is good. I just happened to come across this one. All right, watch this. This house right here is for sale for $58,000, but it's worth $294,000. Okay, let me just jump out and say this. That means as soon as you sign on the dotted line, you got a $240,000 equity capture. Let me explain a little bit more. $294,000. Hold on. $294,000. Let me, because I'm going to show you the calculator. Because $294,000. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Minus the $58,000. Again, that means as soon as you sign on the dotted line, you got a $236,000 equity capture. Now, that doesn't go in your pocket, but the point I want to make is you made money as soon as you sign on the dotted line. Okay, let's take a deeper dive into this if y'all want to. Wait, hold on. I can't. Let me stop. Too much free game. We got to get them likes up. Somebody says, you don't stack your list in PropStream. No. I've been doing it for all this time. I don't need to stack it. It doesn't do me any good. Whatever that means, I don't really need to stack it. It's not that important to me. But you can educate me. What do you mean by that, Joy? What do you mean by stacking it, and what is the benefits of that? That's a good question, I guess. I don't. I just don't know what it is. It's not. It doesn't seem to really stand out to me. But on that deal right there, you already got $236,000 worth of equity capture. All right, let me do a deep dive on this deal. Now it gets better because this is why I use PropStream. There's some other ones that I use, and I don't use it just to look for deals, but I definitely use it to research deals. Watch this. So if I find a deal, I need to know more details about it, like this. Watch this. I come over here, say I found a deal. I want to see how many bedrooms it is, how many baths, how many square footage. That's important. I come over here and look at the estimated value. I'm buying it for $58,000. It's worth $294. Oh, by the way, is this stuff accurate? Yeah, that's why I use PropStream. I didn't say it's exact, but it's pretty accurate. And that's why I use it. So at $294,000, if I buy it for $58,000, that's what it said, I'm winning. It doesn't even matter to me if I buy it at $230. I'm still winning if I'm buying it for $58,000. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Now, so with that being said, I come over here, I get to know when I get it fixed up how much I can charge for monthly rent. Okay? Now, this is my favorite tab on here. This is my most used and people's most used tab is right here. That's comps. I'm pulling up the comps because I want to find out like for like properties, why it came up with that number and how. So all these that are check marked are like my subject property, okay? And what I like about it, it lets me know, okay, it's a single family house. Some of them have pictures. It lets me know that it was sold, the date that it sold, and how much it sold for. And that's how it comes up with this right here. That's what I like about real estate, because when you buy it, you already know what it's worth. There's no guessing game, all right? And what I like about real estate, it's based on historical data, right? So it's not like crypto where you don't know where it's going. You don't know if it's going up or it's going down. You don't know anything about it. At least with this, I get accurate, strong data that I can use for my calculations. And that's why I use PropStream. Definitely. And that's why I definitely do real estate, because it's not a guessing game, right? At least you get a general idea of what the property's worth and how much you can make off of it before you even buy it. That's the whole point of doing this, all right? All right, guys, could you tap the screen and share this live? What other questions y'all got before I get out of here? What other questions y'all got? Thank you, Eddie James. I appreciate it. Man, I'm just out here giving solid gaming information. I thought I was going to be at 50,000, but we short again. It's all good. It's all good. One day Eric is going to get to 50,000 likes. Eric doesn't gatekeep out here. I give you all the gaming information. I don't know. I should even showed you one of my mortgage statements the other day. I'm not going to do that again. I mean, I hit all the information, but I don't think people liked it. So I just, oh well. Let's see. What other questions we got out here? What other questions? PropWire. I don't know about PropWire. I can't really talk about it because I don't know much about PropWire. Okay, Centenario. Good question. Have you ever purchased a foreclosure home? If so, how was the process? Yes, I've purchased foreclosed homes. I've went through a realtor and done it. And then I've also went through the courthouse before. The courthouse is a little bit longer process. You can't look at the property. You can't do an inspection on it, so it's kind of risky. So I'm not going to say it's a bad way to do it. It just takes a while. What method do you use to invest? That's kind of a broad question. I don't know what you get in what part, because there's a lot of investing in real estate. So what I do, Joy, is no, I don't do sub two. I like to buy properties that need rehab, or I'm dealing with distressed properties because I'm buying them below market value. I like to turn around, get them rehabbed, and then rent it out. Buy and hold strategy. That's all I do. That's my process. Rinse and repeat. Buy another house. Buy another house. Do the same thing. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? 90s nostalgia. How you doing? Do I have to have an LLC to begin? I get that question asked like all the time. I don't know why people ask that question, but no. Here's my answer to this. It's okay if you get a house and it's not in an LLC because you can always transfer later. Guys, don't let that stop you from getting into real estate. It's like everybody wants to line up every single detail. Well, I have to have this many, I have to have all this documentation lined up. I have to have every single person on my team. I have to have my LLC structure. I have to have my logo. I have to have my website. You don't need all that. The key is get as much information as you can, then get started. I didn't have my LLC until like my third or fourth property. I was getting it because I don't have time. You got to just get to a point in life where you say, man, I ain't got time for this. I mean, I got to make it happen. I mean, learn as much as you can. But after a while, yeah, you can get into real estate without an LLC. You can always transition later. Okay, you can. Back to the sub 2. No, I never done sub 2. I was going through a guy who was teaching that. I show this all the time. This was my first model. This was my first mentor. I'm going to show y'all this back in the day. For those that are old enough to understand who this is. His name is Carlton Sheets. He was doing wraparound mortgages and subs 2s. And I was learning so much about it, but I come to find out that just wasn't my take on real estate. And I went out and just did it myself. What are the benefits to having an LLC? I have one multifamily property at the moment. Okay, some benefits of having an LLC. All right, let's tap the screen. Let's tap the screen because I'm giving some information, like I always do. But as my throat hurts, and I got my family on this other side, I don't mind giving this game. But let's show some support, and a tiny bit of support, because I'm giving you a game. I'm telling you, most people are not going to be teaching you this stuff. They're not. I'm telling you. All right, so an LLC. Why is it good to have an LLC? I'm going to give you 3 reasons. One is because you need an LLC or some type of business structure simply because you want stuff as a write-off. If it's not in some type of business structure, you won't be able to write stuff off, okay? And I'm talking about writing stuff off like this is my office in my home, and I can write off this hutch, any type of material that goes towards real estate, like my books that I purchase, I get to write that off. Any classes I go to, you get to write that off. Another reason why I wanted to have a business entity like a LLC is because it keeps me anonymous. It keeps my name off the books, privacy purposes. And number 3, very, very important, it protects me. It's a layer of protection from somebody trying to sue me, okay? It's a layer of protection for somebody to try to sue me. So if somebody tries to sue me, it separates my business entities from my personal entities. So if somebody tries to sue me, they can go for my business stuff, but they can't go for my personal stuff. And that's another reason why you want a bit. But if you can't get it structured now, it's still okay. You can always do it later, okay? Always remember that. But don't let that stop you, okay? But that's a good question. When is the next class? Eddie Ames. For everybody out there, I am going to be having another class coming up. We're working on that. I'm about to have a 5-day challenge coming up soon. I will let everybody know. Everybody's asking me about it. They're kind of questioning about it. I kind of put that out there here and there, and everybody's always asking me about it. But my next class is coming up. And again, I will be doing a 5-day challenge. So for those that are interested, keep your eyes open because it's going to be good. I've done a 1-day workshop. People loved it. My next thing that I did was a 3-day workshop. People loved it even more. And now I'm doing a 5-day, and people are going to like it. Who would come to my 5-day? Let me ask you that. I'm just curious. A 5-day challenge. It's going to be through Monday through Friday. Who would come to it? I'm just curious. Give me a thumbs up, man, if you would come to my 5-day challenge. 90s nostalgia, I know you will. Oh, and it's not free. Sorry. It is a small fee, but it's worth it. Mary says they would come. Tavon says so. I definitely pop in. Okay, depends what time. Usually, we'll get the time down. It's got to be later on. It'll be later on. Depends on time. Oh, and don't worry, because I'm going to set this up so even if you miss it, I'm still going to have the replays. because I'm gonna create a group. I'm gonna be creating a group. Man, this is good stuff, man. I can't tell you everything, but I'm gonna have a 5-day challenge. That's okay that you're working and you're missing. It's okay. Uh, it's a 5-day challenge. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll be doing a 5-day challenge coming up. And then in the 5-day challenge, don't worry about it because I will be having a like a group, and I'll be I'll be holding all the replays inside the group. So even if you miss it, it's okay because you can always go to my replays through those 5 days. So that's not a big deal. Are you using AI in your business? No, you don't need to. I don't use AI. Yeah, the time. Yeah, and I understand that the time is going to be very important, but you won't miss anything. It's better to be there live because I'm going to have Q&A. I haven't done it yet, Joy. I'm going to set this up. We're in the process of setting it up, but it'll be coming up soon. Just continue to follow me. That's why it's important to follow me, and you'll know when I come live. And then when I come live, I'll be announcing it. So that's why. But follow me. That's the first step. That is the first step, is to follow me. Yeah, but like I said, guys, even if you miss it, it's still okay because it's going to be in the investment group. All right. Any other questions about real estate? Any other questions about real estate? You definitely should be using AI versus old cold call. All right. Any other questions, guys? I don't really want to be. I don't do cold calling, first of all. So, but it's. I don't need AI for real estate investing, or at least for my side. Don't really need it. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions about real estate? What you got? What you got? All right. So I'll be on tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. Actually, it'll be about 6 p.m., maybe 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Try to come on every single day. Always dropping gaming information about real estate investing, personal financing, trying to get to financial freedom. I've been there, and that's why I'm able to teach others on how to get out of that matrix. I was the same person. I didn't like my job, was tired, grumpy, miserable, didn't like it at all, and I figured out a way, and I did it through real estate. Stick around, guys. Follow me. Y'all have a good night.